Hey everybody, welcome to Workforce Gaming. I'm Brad, here with Doug.
Hey.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, this is great. I'm so excited.
We've reached the point that I feel like every person who ever has recorded audio to talk about video games hits, which is for some reason we have to talk about Minecraft.
Hell yes.
Um, I so Doug texted me like yesterday and just said, "Next time we record, we're recording Minecraft," and I went, "What?" And here we are, and he didn't want to say anything else. So we're talking about Minecraft today,
Yes.
and I don't know
I'll
why.
be sure to put we're talking about Minecraft, big bold letters, and then one of us making a goofy face on the thumbnail with a red arrow pointing at something. It'll be
because
very exciting.
because we're officially internet people now, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not selling out. I just actually play Minecraft for I actually played Minecraft. I I wanted to talk about it because I get it.
See,
I
okay, because this is where we need to start with. Because
Yeah.
in my mind, Minecraft is Legos, but on my TV.
It I will tell you this is what Minecraft is. Minecraft is going to a beach and building a sandcastle. And all of a sudden another kid comes by and says, "Can I build sandcastles with you?" And you're like, "Sure, man. What do you want to do?" He's like, "I don't know. I kind of want to build a fort." He's like, "Okay, well, where do you want to put your fort?" It's like, "Well, can I put it next to your castle?" It's like, "Oh, okay, sure." Or. And then so you and this kid are starting to build this castle together. And then another kid joins you. He's like, "Oh, I want to build a castle too." And you're like, "Oh, well, sure, why not?" But he's like, "But I want to build a different castle." It's like, "Okay,
Okay.
so where do you want to put your castle?" And he goes over or she goes over and they start building their castle like a few feet away. And then you're sitting there and you're building your own castles independently,
Uh
and
huh.
someone's like, "Oh, it'd be kind of cool. Maybe we could connect our castles together. Like, let's create a moat or something. So let's dig out a channel in between our two castles."
Yep.
And then you invite that kid over who's been building that castle, and then you work together to build this channel to now connect your castles. Now you have two castles. And then you want to go over and see what that kid's done because you don't know what they've been doing for the last 30 minutes. And you go over and you're like, "Oh, wow, that's cool. Let me," and then the person's showing you all their cool aspects of their castle. And you're like, "You know what? I want to show you my castle. I've been building this other kid over here." And you invite that person over and you start showing them your sandcastle.
Okay.
And that is what Minecraft is. It is building sandcastles. It is legitimately not like a feeling I have not had in decades.
Really?
Um, and it is that feeling of playing. And I guess the way to kind of set this up, the reason I even started playing it at all is why the hell am I playing this is because I have a nephew,
Uh huh.
and as every nephew is currently playing Minecraft,
Yes. Yep.
he wanted everybody to play Minecraft together. So everybody got together, and this kid basically showed us how to play Minecraft, and then he got really frustrated
Yep.
because he realized we did not know how to play Minecraft.
Yep.
Because it's a very, very complicated game. It is extremely complicated. It is stupidly complicated, and they give you no manual. You have to Google a lot of things.
But
So he was getting frustrated. So me and my sister and my dad, who is his grandpa, we got together and we're like, this weekend we're gonna learn how to play Minecraft. So our nephew slash grandchild is not mad at us when we play. So we all got together and we actually decided to open up kind of a server where okay. So my sister's Googling, she's like, "Okay, we got to punch trees." And my dad's like, "Okay, I'll go punch some trees." So he goes out and he punches trees. And then she's like, "Okay, we have to go start mining or something. So we have to get these sticks and start mining and sort of thing." And the thing that's really cool about it, it feels more cooperative than any co-op game I've played before because
okay.
it
Yeah.
is co-op creativity.
Yep.
It's fun because you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can just be like, "Okay, the plan is to build a house in this mountain."
Yep.
And then you just, as a group, build a house in a mountain. And well, how do you build a house in a mountain? It's like, "Well, I want to make glass." It's like, "Okay, well, where the hell do we get glass from? We got to make glass." It's like, "Okay, we all have to go out and find the nearest beach because you need sand for glass." So everybody kind of goes out and finds the nearest beach. So I was like, "Okay, I found a beach." And so everybody goes over there and starts mining sand.
Yep.
Um, but it's just really cool. It feels extremely collaborative. It's a game that don't play by yourself.
I was gonna
I
say
try playing by myself.
that was gonna be my first thing. Is I hate playing games with other people.
Sure. Oh yeah. No, if you don't want, it is cool though. I would say if you're our age and you have a niece or nephew who just plays Minecraft, just try playing Minecraft. I was surprised. I guess I shouldn't have been surprised. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. I was just having one of my favorite gaming experiences was just as a family cooperatively trying to build a stupid house in a mountain or on a beach
Yeah.
or wherever it was.
So I feel like it's one of those things where it's more of like a let's get together, almost we can't see each other, so let's get together and just hang out and do this. We can't get together in our house and play Legos, so let's go play Minecraft together.
But there's a thing that I think Minecraft has that's unique to it is there's a permanence to it. It's like when you play Legos, you build a Lego and you put the Lego away, sort of thing.
But like, isn't there stuff that like aren't there stuff that like destroys your house? Like, isn't it like Sim City where like fire happens and then your house just disappears?
No, I mean there is, but like it's fun when there's like a crisis you need to figure out together because oh my god, I'm going to sound like such a person in their 30s who does not understand Minecraft. There's a green guy, a creeper.
Okay, yep.
And they can blow up your stuff, but it's so funny when you're like on a mic with 4 other people, and so it's like, oh my god, there is a creeper near the glass structure we built, and everyone's like, oh shit, like okay, get him away from the structure, sort of thing. It's hard to really fuck up your stuff, I guess is the thing. It's like it'll blow up a certain section of it, but like we've been working in this one level for like 15-20 hours. Maybe if you combined all of the time we've put together, like 50, 60, 70 hours in just one place. So like we started with a hole in the ground and now we have a mansion. And then we were mining, but now we have like this deep pit that has waterfalls going into it and that sort of thing. And like we all designed this like together, and it was a thing we can keep coming back to. So like during COVID, it's like everybody plays Jackbox. When you're done playing Jackbox, that game goes away. You can go play Jackbox again, but there's nothing you left behind when you were done.
Okay, I can see that.
But in this one, you're leaving your mark on like literally you're leaving your mark by every hammer, whatever mine block that's gone now, or you can put it back, whatever. But like it's like you've left your mark there, so it's cool that you're just everybody's just kind of coming and leaving their mark. And the dynamics of like how people play is like my dad sucks at the game. He's just not good at it, but he likes to spend time with us. But he's really good at mining stuff. We're like, okay, Dad, you just go mine, and then we are looking for coal. So Dad, just go mine or go punch trees or something like that. And he's like, okay. He's really good at mining or punching trees, and we'll make sure we get in the stuff to go do that. Or somebody will be like, hey, I'm just gonna go disappear over here. I need glass. Like one of the ones I thought was really fun was my sister had built this like huge hole in the ground, and I noticed that it was near a lake, and I was like, ooh, I want to cut into the lake, make a mouth coming out that's spilling water into the cavern. And I was like, okay, that's my plan. How do I do this? And everybody kind of like put their heads together to figure out how to do it. It is an insanely amazing game. It's just amazing.
Yeah, but it's so really what it really boils down to is just blank slate creativity. Like here's your big pile of stuff. Go do what you want to do. It's essentially, I guess in my mind, I keep thinking back to like Sim City. Like you have your blank patch of land, build the city how you want to, but you have cooperative play with it as well.
I guess, but I think SimCity, I think just because of the camera of SimCity, like you're building, you're not in SimCity.
It's like
you are
the God view versus the like part of it view.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, SimCity has that, but instead of like, oh, I built this skyscraper in SimCity, it's like I put every window into that skyscraper in Minecraft.
I guess that makes sense.
So you have this like really strong sense of ownership over the thing you did, which is kind of cool. So it's like everybody has their own unique Minecraft world. And it's really fun when I have not played the level for like, okay, let's just say I missed a night with my family or 2 nights or 3 nights.
Yeah.
And then I come in and they're like, let me show you what we did. And then you kind of like, you go on a tour. So like everything starts with a tour of whatever the person was working on the other night of that stuff.
That's kind of cool.
I feel so stupid because we're talking about Minecraft.
But like I think the way that you're talking about it isn't in the like, oh my god, Minecraft. It's in the like, okay, this is more of, you referenced Jackbox, where it's more of this connection tool. And I think especially now where there's so much of this where it's like, okay, I can't see people. And again, I think we both have situations like, okay, we have family in different parts of the country, like we can't necessarily see each other more than once or twice a year. It's not even necessarily a game, it's more of a connection tool. Like Jackbox to me isn't really a game. It's more of a like, I haven't talked to these people. Here's a fun way that I can just hang out with these people that I can't normally. So I think it's almost more of like a tool of connectivity more so than an actual game, because I mean, it's got game elements, obviously, but the thing that you're enjoying isn't necessarily derived from the game. It's this connection with other people, and it's this connection of building things, which again I think is where you came in and said don't play this by yourself, because the cool part is just it's the way that this is connecting you with other people, and the way that you're able to kind of push out that creativity together. And even if not in a situation like this, you have a creative outlet that works so cooperatively that I don't think there's anything else that really does cooperative things like the way you're describing this.
Yeah, and like I would say, like, when's the last time you worked on a creative project with your family? Ever?
Yes.
I mean, that's sort of, you know, like 6, like 7, like maybe work on a science project when you're in 8th grade. But now it's fun with like everybody with like college degrees and stuff, like playing Minecraft. Like, we're gonna figure this game out, sort of thing.
And again, I think, like you said, like it's a different idea when you're older. It's a different perspective, and again, like you said, it's doing that for somebody else. It's working for that goal that somebody else has, and again, just bringing everybody together.
Yeah. It's and it's also extremely relaxing to play. It's like, it is such a fun game. Like, I would say Destiny 2 is kind of the game that's kind of brought up. It's like a fun game to talk with people, but it's so active. But Destiny 2 is so active.
Yeah.
While Minecraft, it just has like real chill soundtrack. It is so relaxing to play. I remember one of my family members, like, I hadn't played with them in a long time, and I come back and they have this like amazing mansion. I was like, a little stressed out. She's like, a little stressed out. But it's such like a nice sort of like, it's like meditative almost.
Yeah.
In playing it. And it's really cool. And I think it's I feel like, because the games we normally talk about aren't these kind of games. Like, we don't really talk about Fortnite and stuff, like kind of these big games that we feel like, I don't know, are kind of important to the culture, but not games we're necessarily interested in.
Yeah.
It made me really happy that this is the game that caught on, that this is up there with Call of Duty, probably surpassed Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It just made me feel like it's neat that gaming is in a spot where a game that entirely relies on cooperative creativity can be as big as it is.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Halo or Call of Duty or NBA or NFL or whatever. It's just really cool. It's neat. And like, I didn't really talk about the mechanics. Like, the mechanics are really cool. I mean, I talked about like, you know, building Legos and that sort of thing, but all your Legos have different properties and that sort of thing. And you have rare Legos, and those rare Legos do something different and that kind of thing.
Yeah. I think the way you summed it up kind of makes sense. This is the game out there that's not your violent, let's go get 'em thing that's mainstream culture. I think when people think games, they think Fortnite, Call of Duty, Minecraft, sports. Like, and it's like, okay, like sports, whatever. But then you've got like, okay, Call of Duty, Fortnite. You've got all these things where you're like, okay, these are all like these violent competitive things. Like, no, let's just hang out and just create something together, which is a cool idea. And I think, again, it gets a bad rap more so for what it's become more so than its intention. I think if you went back 7, 8, whenever this thing actually, 10 years, I don't know when this thing actually first came out, but I think
I know in high school, I knew a kid who had a weird beta version of it. It wasn't called Minecraft. It was called something else, but I remember him like hitting a block, and there's a bunch of blocks and water fell in the block. I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. And that was like 2006.
Yeah.
So I don't know what.
Yeah. So it's been around forever, but I think like, I think, again, that original intent was what you're talking about. That was the intent of this. And I think it got so like big so quick that people got, okay, well, how do I get attention from this? And what do I do with these different things? And that's where it became kind of this like almost like joke. I don't want to say joke game, but like it became more of this like pop culture thing than like no, let's sit down and play this game. And I think people like you and me who are sitting there like, oh man, Final Fantasy 16's coming, and like, oh, I'm halfway through Ni no Kuni, and oh, I really just want to go back and play, you know what I mean? And it kind of gets overlooked because of what it's become, not necessarily because of its original intent.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it feels like we even talked about before doing this video. It feels a little weird even making this video as like people who talk about video games, like, well, you got to talk about Minecraft sort of thing. But I just thought I guess I wasn't expecting it to be as interesting as it was when I actually did eventually go to it. And the thing that's cool is like it spawns like a bazillion different YouTube videos of everybody doing different things. And like it's because it has the capacity to do that, which is shocking and surprising.
Yeah, I mean, it is a sandbox in the most literal sense of the word. Yeah,
and it's a cool communal sandbox, and I just felt like I I get it. I finally get it. I get why people like this game. And I was like, I just got to talk about it because it's just as cool as any other video game out there. Probably cooler than a lot of them.
Yeah, it's just kind of taking that weird direction. So anyway, we are Workforce Gaming. You can follow us on Twitter at Workforce Gaming. Subscribe to us wherever you're listening to. Maybe we'll talk more about Minecraft.
We are never talking about Minecraft ever again.
We'll see you later.
Bye. Hey, this is Doug again. I just want to give a quick shout out to my nephew for teaching us how to play Minecraft for many, many, many sessions. It's been super fun that he was kind of showing us around how to build things, how to craft things. And he had the encyclopedic knowledge of a kid who's watching a bunch of Minecraft YouTube videos. So it was extremely, extremely helpful. It was actually a ton of fun having him lead us around and that sort of thing. And I know he'll be listening to this, so I just want to say a quick shout out to my nephew. All right, thanks guys. See you next week. Bye.